back to my channel. My name is Samantha if you are new here, and today I'm going to be talking about how to open your heart chakra and or how to know if you are a heart chakra person. So the heart chakra is the fourth primary chakra. It is associated with unconditional love, joy, patience. It's also associated with compassion and forgiveness. It is also another word for the heart chakra is to unhurt or to unbeaten. So it's safe to say that people that associate predominantly from their heart chakra love like they have never been hurt before. They are associated with the color green and or pink. Usually these people have their favorite colors are either a softer pink or any type of green, and those colors typically represent healing and love, and this is what the people that associate from the heart chakra are placed on this planet for. They are associated with healing the planet or in its inhabitants, or they are associated with either going into a job where they're either nurses, veterinarians, Reiki, therapists, social workers, things that really are helping of other people. They are highly creative people and very emotional people. They are usually the empaths and the sensitive people. They often have a lot of paranormal experiences where either with the spirit world, so a lot of times sometimes they will end up being psychics or communicators from different realms to communicate with the physical realm that we live in today. They typically, if they're not self-aware, they typically give off a very soft vibe about them, and a very kind of a vibe about them that attracts narcissists or sociopaths. And if they are not careful, they can typically lose themselves in helping other people. They have a fundamental belief that everyone on this planet is good, so they really try to help everyone to a fault. They have a very selfless martyr trait about them, but I don't really consider that a trait. It's just kind of a tendency that comes with, I see a lot of people that have predominantly a large heart chakra. They typically have a very melancholy vibe about them, or they carry around a lot of sadness, and this could be due to the fact that a lot of people that work from their heart chakra come from either broken homes, or they've had a lot of trauma in their life, or they have been made from a lot of pain, or they either feel a lot of pain around them. I typically see that people that operate from this chakra are very sensitive to other people's emotion and pain, and so they are very sensitive to it, so oftentimes they will carry around this hint of sadness. It doesn't mean that they're depressed, it just means that they kind of carry it around with them. So it typically, they will be having like the best day of their life, or everything's going really good, but they kind of have that melancholy feeling about them, or that something that they feel on a regular basis. Typically these people really have a connection to the earth, or a lot of animals, because they feel that everyone is divinely connected. So a number one trait that I see that people that work predominantly from their heart chakra is, as a kid, before they even knew anything about the slaughterhouse industry or how the animals are treated, they decided at a very young age that they were not going to eat meat, and before they knew anything about the specific industry that the animals are from. So it doesn't mean that they actually stayed vegetarian. It's kind of normal for people at a young age to give up meat, and then either their parents or their peers said, you know, you need to eat meat to, you know, be more healthy. So they probably fell into, okay, I'll eat meat again. But typically a number one sign of a heart chakra person is they don't eat meat at a very young age. So if you are somebody that you feel that doesn't have a predominantly large heart chakra, or you would like to learn about ways to open it, my suggestion is learn to express yourself. And this doesn't necessarily have to come from creativity or artwork. If you are somebody that's really logical based or the practical person, a suggestion that I would advise is to take a thesaurus or a dictionary and label different emotions that you feel, or different words that label the same emotion. This might help learning to express yourself, and self-expression is basically what's going on inside and then presenting it to the world. So besides artwork, a lot of people like to dance, because movement is a form of self-expression. Especially movement therapy is a really good way to open your self-expressive state. Another way is to practice self-love. Is much needed to open pretty much. It's like the most healing for any type of modality, but self-love is the predominant way to open your heart chakra. A lot of people that have very small heart chakras have a tendency to have a lot of self-loathing tendencies. So if you would like more information about how to practice self-love, if you don't know what that consists of, you can go on my blog, and I wrote about a post called Self-Denial to Self-Love. Is a really good way to help learning how to practice self-love. Self-love does not have anything to do with taking long baths or bubble baths, or, you know, eating right foods, or that's just a symptom. Self-love is all about loving yourself to 100%. So that includes going outside without makeup on, or presenting yourself when you don't feel you're at your best. It's being your authentic raw self and presenting it to the world because you love yourself unconditionally. So a lot of self-love is about setting boundaries with people, or not only taking time for yourself, but if you feel that you're being drained, making yourself a priority. That's the type of self-love. The criticism has to be limited or stopped completely. The number one thing that really affects people's heart chakra is the internal criticism, or bashing yourself, or making yourself feel small so that you can continue to go on with your day. Okay, that is the worst way to open your heart chakra. Another way that really helps with opening your heart chakra is surrounding yourself or looking at animals that exude that type of energy. So doves, rabbits, elephants, whales, I found, lovebirds, they all exude the energy of love. So surround them in your home, draw pictures of them, buy clothes with them on. Sometimes people like to meditate on them to get what would it be like to be this animal, or what's the characteristics of this animal, or what is the priority of this animal, and really getting to know this type of animal, because different animals give off different vibes or energies, or they give off different levels of characteristics. So I find it really helpful for people that have a hard time with opening their heart chakra to focus on these animals. Another good way to open your heart chakra is to eat green or pink foods. This includes pink lady apples, leafy greens is a really good one, kale, broccoli, green tea, watermelon, a lot of fruits and vegetables. I found that the best way to open your heart chakra is to drink hibiscus tea or raspberry tea. These really help with feeling I feel like different foods give off different vibrations or different affects the body differently, and what I found most along my journey is hibiscus tea and raspberry tea will help open the heart chakra the most, and I actually use raspberry tea when I dye my henna hair dye my hair, which I really love and I really recommend if you don't really like the flavor of raspberry tea. So also pinks and greens are also obviously really helpful in opening your heart chakra. The softer the pink or softer the green I find is most beneficial as well. And of course the random acts of kindness are really beneficial as well. This also helps the positivity of the planet, and it also has that feeling that you get when you give random acts of kindness of kind of that like openness or expanding feeling when you give someone money on the streets, or you bake someone a feel-good food, or you give someone a compliment. It's kind of like, even though they might not think about it that day, it does affect people in a positive manner. Maybe not that day, maybe not the next day, but it really does affect them. And I feel like if the more positivity that we can give on the planet, the more happier people will be, because the reason why the planet is in such a suffering state right now is because people lack self-love. So I hope this video was really beneficial, and if you have any more ways of opening the heart chakra, or if you like more information about how to open other different chakras, I am doing a series on my blog that I will leave in the description below about how I personally have opened different chakras. I'm not going to list all of them because I personally feel like I have a little bit more work to do on a few of my other chakras, so I don't want to necessarily post that because I don't want to talk about something that I don't know what I'm talking about. But if you have any more comments and if you like this video, please let me know. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Bye.